guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sonja and you're watching Domestic Diva DIY. Today is a Look for Less challenge. If you do not know what Look for Less challenge is, it is hosted by Yami from Latina Next Door, and every month she has a co-host, and this month's co-host is Corey from Desert DIY. We are to find something that inspires us. It's out of our budget. Something that we like and it's out of our budget, or we simply don't want to pay that kind of money for and know that we can recreate it for a lot less. So we are to show you how we do that. So my inspiration for this month's Look for Less is this sign that had come from Etsy. There are lots of signs all over the place, but this particular one I really liked, and it was $112.53 plus $83 delivery. I'm sorry, but for me that is way too much money. I think it's a beautiful sign. I just can't bring myself to pay that kind of money. So I have decided to recreate it myself. So without further ado, let's get started. So here is the material that I'm going to use. That big board, I think it's $7.99 at Home Depot. I have had it for a while now because on the other side is Let It Snow for my winter from Porch. So I thought, well, what's the point of buying another one and storing another one for the season? This way I can just use the appropriate side. And then I got the acrylic paint in yellow, orange, and white. And then I have this charcoal chalk paint, in the Rust-Oleum chalk paint in a spray. And I hope I have enough. If not, I do have the same color in the paint. So if worse comes to worse, I will have to paint it. Now, for the lettering, I will be using my Cricut Maker to make the stencils, but the board is so big and the letters are so big that you could totally write them out yourself. I'm just got a maker recently, so I like playing around with it. So that is what I'm going to be using for this project. I'll show you kind of how I make the stencils, because I'm doing it kind of opposite way, but you'll see. So I already cut out a letter T, and I just use one of the fonts that they have there, and then I'm going to cut out the rest of the stuff and then move on to getting it all put together. I'm using old file folders to make my stencils because I have a lot of these. So now that I have placed the lettering where I want it to go, I did end up, just to show you, I did end up taping the candy corn together because I will use that as a stencil a little bit later, but I just need the shape of it. And then I did try to fit it in the best that I could. I think it's going to look just fine. So now I'm going to paint the letters, the color of the letters underneath the letters that I want to be. So white for trick, orange for or, and then treat will be yellow, And then the candy corn, I'm just gonna leave it as is because I'm gonna fill it after. I hope that works. Okay, so I'm going to get started. And I'm just painting an area. So there, and then here I'm going to go with orange. Okay, and now the yellow. Actually, I'm thinking I might just paint the whole thing, just to be easier. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I move on to the next project, next thing. So for the letters, I am attaching a double-sided tape on, just so they gently stay in place, more or less for these smaller ones versus the bigger ones. But because the paint is still fairly wet, some of it sticks without any help. So I'm just going to put some of this tape on, just corners. And if you mess up, you can always fill it in a little bit too. It's not the end of the world. My spray just stopped working. Oh. Well, that's no fun. It just stopped working. So I'm going to paint it. Okay, so it's all painted, and now it's going to be a reveal. Slowly remove the letters. Okay, that's pretty good. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I wish the spray paint would have worked, but I will touch it up. But it kind of makes it look a little spooky. Some of the paint leaking through. Oh, these ones worked out pretty good. Ooh, I love the way this looks. Let me give you a little bit of a further look. I think that looks really good. I'm going to work on the candy corn now. So it is all done. I'm going to let it dry and show you what it looks like, all nice and dry. So here it is. I think it looks pretty good. And for me, $0 spent, but you could make this for under $10 easy. So make sure you check out the playlist down below, as well as the hostesses channels, which will be linked in the description box as well. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love it if you considered subscribing and pressing the notification bell so you don't miss out any of my upcoming videos. And until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.